There's another universe. Please make some noise. Give me a...
Hi guys, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming back to me. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm happy. Thank you. If you have not subscribed and you are here watching your baby Achel's video, welcome. And make sure you subscribe. Guys, make sure you subscribe. You know, when you subscribe and share and comment right there below in the comment. Thank you. So today's video, I'm preparing dinner. And this dinner, I want to show you how to cook a pilau. I'm not showing you how to cook a pilau because I know you know how to cook pilau, but I'm preparing pilau. So you are going to tell me if my pilau is the way you make pilau. You are going to comment there. Maybe I don't know how to cook it. Maybe I know. But here are my ingredients. Welcome. So here are my ingredients making pilau. Pilau is rice. How do you call pilau in your place, in your area? This is my rice. I'm cooking. I love using sunrise. It is called sunrise rice. It's very nice. You know why I like it to cook pilau with it? Because when you cook it with this pilau, it doesn't stick together. It is separate, and I love a separated rice when it becomes to a pilau because I love it so much. So I'm going to use 2 glasses of rice, sunrise rice. I'm going to use 2 glasses of sunrise rice. Welcome. This is my rice. And here I have goat meat. This is goat meat, and make sure when you select meat, it's tender, it's not hard, although we are going to boil the meat before we cook. Here is the meat. Of course, the pilau without meat, okay, some people I know they are vegetarian, but I love goat meat, guys. Here I have 2 large tomatoes. I know it's not everybody who use tomatoes when you are making pilau, but for me, I'm going to use it. Those are 2 large ripe tomatoes. I have potatoes. Guys, you know my daughter loves potatoes so much. So most of the time when I cook pilau without potatoes, she just tell me, "Oh, mom, where are the potatoes?" When I'm digging and scooping the pilau, I love to get potatoes. So my pilau, I'm going to use potatoes today. Can you comment there below and tell me whether if you put potatoes in your pilau? I have 2 large carrots. You see 2 large carrots? They're very nice for the vitamin A and boosting my immunity. I have the garlic. I always tell you the garlic. The pilau without this. Wow. Although if you don't love the garlic, no problem. I always put ginger. Ginger is not here at the moment, but I'm going to add ginger powder. And here I have 2 large purple onion. I love pilau with much onions. Hi guys, welcome to my pilau. Here I have something called curry powder. It is written there. I love curry powder so much. I have something else here. Of course, pilau masala. Pilau masala. It has so many ingredients, guys. I think it has even garlic, even some of these ingredients which are here. But this is the way to go with the pilau. Do you put your pilau tomato paste? This is my tomato paste. Can you imagine how my pilau is gonna be with the tomato paste? See? Wow, it is tam. I love this blend so much. It's very nice. I love to use it. So this is my tomato paste I'm going to do. I have other ingredients, guys. Here I have cumin. I told you earlier before that this is what? The cumin. And I told you earlier before these ingredients are very nice for your health. So these are not just just the spices you hear there. I have the black pepper. I'm gonna add black pepper to my pilau. Here is it. I have the turmeric. My pilau is having so many ingredients. Don't fight me, guys. Just write there in the comment to tell me how many ingredients or how many things you put in your pilau when you're cooking it. So this is my paprika. Wow. I have thyme. Guys, thyme is very nice. It's my thyme. I'm gonna enrich this pilau with thyme. So guys, welcome. Be with me when I'm making this pilau. I hope you're gonna enjoy. Stay there till we eat this pilau together. So guys, first of all, I'm going to boil meat. I always tell you it's very healthy to boil the meat first. Boil your meat. Yes, that's goat meat or mutton. You can also use beef. So you make sure that your beef is boiled. You can boil the beef for about 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, then that's when the cooking process of this pilau will start. When it is boiling, I'm going to prepare the other ingredients like potatoes, like carrots, and washing the rice. Make sure your beef or your mutton, you just pour a little water, little salt. Make sure you put little salt, not a lot of salt. I put the little salt because I want the meat to have that salt inside. Because when you cook the meat and then you add the salt later, the salt will not go inside the meat. So when it is still boiling, I give it for 30 minutes to boil. It's very important to boil meat so that the other bacteria can go away. So stay tuned, guys. So my beef is boiling well. You can see is this not a beef because not cow's meat, this goat meat. My mutton is doing very well. It's boiling. Let's give it some time to boil. It's supposed to boil for 30 minutes. Then after 30 minutes, that's when I'm going to start cooking my pilau. So guys, now it is time for me to start cooking my pilau. I'm going to use vegetable oil. You can use any oil. You can use your preferred oil. I don't like a lot of oil, guys, so I'm not going to use a lot of oil. Too much of anything, because the meat has oil also. Too much of anything is not very good. So from there, after I wait my oil to heat for about few minutes. After the oil heat, then that's when I start adding the ingredients. Few minutes later, the oil has heat. So here are my onions. I love onions. I love to cook my pilau with a lot of onion. So I make sure I add my onion as preferred. But you can use as many onions as you want. So it is for me to now to stir the onion. Make sure the onions are stirred all the time. The reason we stir the onion all the time, it is because we don't want some parts of the onion to cook when the other parts are not cooking. So keep on stirring the onions while they are cooking until they turn brown. So make sure you stir the onion all the time. We want this onion to be brown, because the brown color, it is the one which will make this pilau to be brown. So the way you cook your onions matters a lot on how your pilau will come out, the color it will produce. But the secret here is to keep on stirring the onions so that they don't cook one side and leave the other. and then you make sure they turn brown. As my onion is almost to turn brown in color, that's when I'm going to add my garlic. It is here, the garlic. So for the taste, I love pilau with garlic, but don't put the garlic together with the onion, because we want the onion to turn brown in color, and we don't want to overcook this garlic, because I told you they are very healthy. So we wait for the onions to cook together. Now it's almost to be done. It's supposed to be brown in color, because the color, this color of the onions will give the pilau its brown color. The onions together with the garlic, they are doing very well. As you can see, I think you can see very well, it has turned brown. The onion is ready together with the garlic, and at this point, that's when I'm now going to add my tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. Majority of people don't like adding tomatoes. They say that the pilau is going to be very wet. But for me, sometimes I prefer adding some tomatoes. It's really very nice. But it's when you are not cooking a lot of you are not cooking the pilau for a lot of people, maybe for the parties. But even for the parties, you can add, guys. So we have to wait for the tomatoes to cook. We give them some minutes to cook. That's when we are going to add the other ingredients. Let me check now how my onions and tomatoes are doing. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you can see now my tomatoes have softened. It's good. And the onion has turned brown. So in this point, I'm now going to add the pilau masala. The pilau masala will give its taste. Very nice. I don't love a lot of spices, so I'm going to put just 1 spoon. 1 teaspoonful is okay. Make sure you wait it to mix well with the onions. Every time you add ingredients, any spice you put, you have to give it some time so that it can mix together with the onion. You can give it a second so that because if you take too long, it can stick in your cooking pot, and we don't want our pilau to stick there in the bottom. So we give it some time. Then I'm going to add the other spice. Then after a second, I'm now going to add the paprika. Here's my paprika. I'm not going to add a lot of paprika because I have so many other things to put. I make sure make sure you stir very well so that it doesn't stick there down. You give it a second too also so that they can mix together, but make sure you mix them well. Make sure you mix them well. Give them a second and make sure you check on them so that they don't stick, because when the pilau sticks, it's going to get burnt down to the bottom. After a second, I'm now going to add the cumin. This is my cumin. Make sure you don't spice your pilau, because you know most of you have family like children, and sometimes you also need to check on your gas. If you are the person who maybe suffering with the gas, this is not very nice for you. So you give it for a second also. After 1 second, now you're gonna put the curry powder. The curry powder, majority of people don't use so many spices as am I using, but this is the best pilau you will ever taste. Don't put a lot of curry powder. I love pilau with curry powder. Guys, it tastes very nice. Make sure it is not sticking down. I told you you're supposed to put little by little. You mix little by little until it is not sticking down. Every ingredient, give it 1 second. After 1 second, you can see my broth is not sticking on the bottom. Yeah, because I keep on stirring. Then at this point, that's when I'm going to add my tomato paste. You can use tomato paste instead of using the tomatoes, but for me, I want to use the tomatoes paste. I love pilau with the tomato paste. Very nice. One day, guys, try to cook your rice like this. You're gonna enjoy it, guys. You're gonna enjoy this broth. Make sure the secret here is to keep on stirring, but when you see them sticking, you can add little, very little water like this. Yeah, very little. Don't put a lot of water, and make sure it is warm. I have extra warm water here, this extra warm water. So make sure when you are cooking your pilau, you have warm water or hot water. It's supposed to be hot. So when you see it is sticking, because we don't want it to stick, but very little. You can see it's becoming nice, very well. At this point, I'm now going to add meat. You remember the meat we boiled? It is here, the goat meat. You can use beef also if you like beef, but don't put water. Don't put the cooked water, although you are going to use it to this pilau. So at this point, we don't need to add any water until we mix all these ingredients. So this is my goat meat. I love pilau with goat meat. Whenever you see it sticking, you can add very little water like this. Very little. This will prevent it from sticking down, because we don't want our pilau to stick down. Yeah, make sure you remove any stickness down below. Guys, the aroma is amazing. I'm feeling so nice. I've started feeling hungry because of this aroma. Guys, this is the best food I love. But all the time when I'm cooking, I make sure that I eat healthy food. I cook healthy food for my family. I love cooking so much because I'm not that type of a person who like to eat outside. Although I don't say I don't eat outside, I eat, but most of the time I am in my kitchen preparing healthy meal to my family, especially children who are growing and they are very prone to illnesses. So make sure when you are cooking, you make sure that your food is you are cooking is very helpful to your family. We wait for the beef to wait for the meat to cook for 1 minute. Then we come with another ingredient. From there, after 1 minute, we are still adding our ingredients. Yeah, make sure it is not sticking. Because at this point it is very thick because of the tomato paste. So make sure it's not sticking at all. Now it is time for me to add salt. And remember, since the meat I boiled had salt, I'm not going to add a lot of salt. Too much salt is not good. You know that, everybody knows that. Too much of salt is not good for your blood pressure, even for your insulin and for your health too. Although it's nice to take the salt because it has iodine, and iodine is very nice for your health. It prevents goiter. So if you are in a place where there is no iodine like salt, you can consume milk, but salt is the best, but don't over put the salt. We wait for a few minutes, then we come again with another ingredient. We are still going on, moving on. After we add meat, this is the time I add my black pepper. Here's my black pepper. I'm not going to do a lot of black pepper. Just a pinch is enough, because black pepper, you know, they are hot and not very nice for maybe for the taste of this pilau. Give them some time. Then we are going to add the last spice, and then we continue cooking. After some seconds, I am going to add the cumin. Yeah, cumin is the last spice I'm gonna put. I love not cumin, it's the thyme, guys. Sorry for that. This is the thyme. And I'm going now to add little thyme. Thyme is very nice for your health. It's so good, it's so good. Make sure you consume these spices. They are very nice. Some people, I know they will say that I've added a lot of spices, but guys, pilau is not a joke when you are cooking pilau. Yeah, when you are cooking your pilau, that is not a joke. Let's continue cooking. My broth, guys, is doing very well. It's not sticking. You can see it's not sticking, because what I'm doing, I keep on checking on this food, so make sure it's not sticky. So at this point, I'm now going to add my remember we had some potatoes, but I've not cut potatoes. I'm going to use them like the way they are. These potatoes, not a must you add potatoes, but for some people prefer potatoes. These potatoes I'm putting because I told you before I started this cooking that my daughter loves potatoes too much, very much when it is in the pilau. Then I have to wait for the potatoes to suck this broth. I give it some time, then I add other ingredients. Guys, let's see how our food is doing. Our potatoes, they are doing well, as you can see, guys, and the food is not sticking. Make sure that your food has not stick on the bottom of your cooking pot. So from there, that's when I'm going to add carrots for the vitamin A. My pilau is gonna be so beautiful. Some people prefer not to put anything, only spices and the rice. But for me, when I'm cooking for my family, I just like to put carrots and even the potatoes, because it's nice. It's beautiful. So make sure it's not sticking. You give it some time now, only a minute. That's when we are now going to add water. Let's see how things are doing here. Things are not very bad. As you can see, it's cooking very well. Everything is going well here. Now it is time for me to add my rice. Remember to add rice before you add water. So at this point now, my rice is here. Remember, we measured the rice. Make sure you mix the rice very well. And my heat here is not too much. I don't like adding a lot of heat because the rice is very delicate, especially when you are cooking. So at this point, let's mix our rice very well. We mix it very, very well. But at this point now, we'll keep on stirring this rice. The more we are cooking, until the time also we put water. Give it some time, guys. Like 1 minute, but make sure it is not at all. If you can see the bottom of my cooking pot, it has not, there is no thickness down there. There is no thickness. The secret is you keep stirring. So let's give it some time, some minutes, not even minutes. I want to give it 1 minute. I stir again. Then I will add the hot water. I prefer adding hot water instead of cold water. So let's give 1 minute. After 1 minute, let me check how things are doing. When you're cooking pilau, make sure you are near. Yeah, don't cook pilau when you're doing other things like chatting, watching television, and so on. It's gonna disappoint you. Everything needs to be focused. I was boiling some water here for this pilau. It's now doing very well. It's not sticking. So I'm now going to add water. This water, I have boiled the water and I measured the water. This very hot water. I measured the water, so I don't need to measure with the glass again, because I wanted to boil the water when it is already measured. So at this point, make sure you keep stirring. Remember, the water I have added here is very hot, 100% boiled. But make sure you stir your pilau. Stir your pilau very well. Make sure there is nothing sticking there down. Keep on stirring. You stir a little bit. You wait for a minute. You stir again. Make sure you stir until this water has become little. Let's check. We have to keep checking on this pilau, because if you don't check this pilau, it's gonna stick. That's the reason I tell you, when you're cooking pilau, make sure you are not doing other activities like watching your favorite movie, maybe chatting your friends, and maybe some other activities, because pilau is very delicate. The more you leave it very long to the heat, the more it sticks, and you won't love the pilau. So that's why I prefer you every time make sure you are there with your pilau, and your family is gonna smile. Remember, we give them for a few minutes, we stir, then we cover it, and we leave some other minutes. Let's keep working. Wow, my pilau is perfect, guys, and I love the way it is not sticking there. I love the way it is cooking. I love the color. I love things which are inside. And the perfect thing, guys, wow, the aroma. Let me tell you guys, it is filled the whole house. My kids are every time popping in, asking me, is it ready? We are hungry. The aroma is killing them there, out there in the living room. But I love cooking to my family. I love cooking so much. because I know when I'm cooking to them, I'll give them the best. Guys, be cooking the best for your family. Don't let your children go outside to eat well to their neighbors or maybe to the restaurant. Be a person, a father who can cook for their kids, a mother who can cook for the kids, granny or grandfather, or any relative, guys. Let's continue cooking our pilau. Let's check how the pilau is doing. The water is now becoming little, as you can see now. This is the point where you damage your pilau. If you're not careful, this is where your pilau, you won't love it, guys. This is the place where you won't love your pilau. It's very delicate because the water is almost to simmer. So at this point now, I'm going now to reduce my heat. Sometimes when I remove it completely from the heat, I put it in the oven. But today I want to show you, you can make it very simple in your kitchen and you can still enjoy. So make sure the heat is very low. It's very, very, very low. Then this time, you're gonna cover your pilau with the foil. Cover it very well, and also mind your hands, don't burn yourself. Yeah, make sure you cover it very tightly, very, very tightly, so that the steam will not go, that it will not disappear. Yeah, make sure there is no steam which is coming out, so that it can now cook very well. So you can cook your pilau even in your kitchen using gas or electricity. It's not a must use oven. If you don't have, don't mind. I've covered very well. There is no steam. You can see the steam is not coming out. So from there, and the heat is very, 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 very low. Very low heat. Then from there, I'm going to cover it. And now from there, my pilau is going to be ready. Let's keep waiting. The food is not yet ready. Guys, let's check how our pilau, I think it is ready. It's now ready. It's now time to see how it has turned out. How it has turned out. Guys, wow. See, guys, wow, wow, wow. Amazing pilau, guys. Just check, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Just check, my friends. It's beautiful. This is how I like the pilau looks like. Can you see the color of my pilau? It's very nice. The pilau has not thick. It's separated, you can see. The potatoes are okay. So now it is time. We eat this pilau. This is how the pilaus look like. I love the color. This color is very amazing. It's not only dark, but it has that almost goldenish like this because of the curry powder. So let's consume this pilau together. You can see, guys. Let me show you how I serve my family, the portion I serve my family and the way I eat. Now let's eat this pilau together. Guys, I know you are not near. Can you check, guys? It's very nice. Let me see the potato. Here is my potato. My potato is cooked, as you can see. You can see my potato is cooked very well. I don't like cutting potatoes, but I love when the potatoes are okay. You can decorate your pilau, but since we are at home, we don't need to decorate the pilau. So this is how my pilau looks like. It's really very nice. and very sweet, you can see. Let me look for the spoon. We eat together, guys. This is how my pilaus looks like, guys. I love to eat balanced diet. You know, every time I advocate good health, so you can eat with salad or maybe green vegetables. My green vegetables are local green vegetables. In my previous video, you saw how the local vegetables look. I prepare them. They are not cooked a lot. It's still green to maintain its benefits. Here's my pilau. As you can see, the meat is very tender. Here's the meat, the carrots also. My pilau, you can see, guys. Welcome. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more cooking vlog and many other vlogs. Let's share this video right there in the comment below and tell me whether you like this pilau or how do you see it. Thank you. Bye bye. Till next video. Bye bye at the moment. Perfect pilau.